Hello and welcome back to the Tea and the Butty podcast. I'm Dominic.
I'm Erica.
And we're cracking up because this is the 15th time we've tried this.
Sometimes that happens.
Yes, sometimes that happens. She's not.
Fortunately, you don't have to deal with that. Just
yes.
we do.
Well, you have to deal with this because I'm not editing this bit out. Anyway, it's Pop Culture Week.
Pop Culture Week.
And
Yay!
News Week. And,
News Week.
for the month of May.
Quiz Week.
Quiz Week. Oh, yeah, I've done a great quiz for you this week.
Okay. Good.
Yeah.
We'll see.
None
we'll
of
see
your,
how great
I'm
it
just
is.
going on BuzzFeed and trying to find questions.
What?
Yeah.
You don't know.
I personally crafted these. I
questions.
curated them.
I come up with some of my own questions. I don't go on BuzzFeed.
Where do you go? You went on BuzzFeed. I saw the search.
No, I get them off of, I don't know, some of the news sites do, like, an end-of-the-week quiz, so I just, compile several of those sometimes.
I mean, my questions usually come from the pop culture chat on Reddit. And I just find, stuff that people have put up, and I just go, okay, that'll make a good question. Who's this? Whatever, But anyway, that's what I've kind of done.
Okay.
This week, and I usually do that.
We'll see how good your questions
are. If you get them all wrong, then I did brilliantly. Because they're the best pop culture questions.
Of course, these are news stories from throughout the month, not just the week.
Not just the week, throughout the month, yes.
Yeah.
The first thing on the agenda here is the French President Emmanuel Macron.
Oh, jeez.
He was caught on camera when they flew into Vietnam for their Southeast Asia tour.
Oh, is that where it was?
Yeah, and they were opening the door and the press were already there with their cameras and everything, and they caught him getting apparently slapped by Brigitte or something, or shoved in the face.
Yeah, it kind of looked like he probably...
It was her hand anyway.
Yeah, you could see she just kind of grabbed his cheeks and just went
pushed his head back, and then he noticed, the door's open and the press are all out there, and he did a weird wave and then he ran away.
Yeah.
He's just like, yeah.
Well, he went on her side, and then, he crossed back over.
He must have crossed back, though. He must have crossed back, though.
Like he was rebooting, or it was a...
It's like, oh, yes, didn't know. What, did you see that? Oh, no.
He was trying to do what we've just done and restarting the podcast, only the door was open and everybody
And you didn't shove my face.
No, I didn't shove your face.
No. Yeah, the Elysee initially denied the incident.
Yeah, weird.
And they said, it didn't happen. I don't know what you're talking about. What? What incident? What are you talking about?
It's the day
you
and age
weirdos.
where you can just say, it didn't happen.
It didn't happen. Someone did that with AI.
And people will believe it.
Yeah, it's AI.
People will go, oh, yeah, no, that never happened.
That was an AI
because
thing.
They say it didn't happen. Yeah, that's going around. It's going around a lot these days.
Yes. Before, everybody was like, well, we've got footage of it, and
it doesn't matter.
Nothing has been...
We said it didn't happen.
Nothing has been altered. This was live footage. This is, no edited stuff. And they're like, okay, then it was nothing. It was just them. They were just bickering and having a joke, having a laugh.
It was a joke.
Having a bit of a laugh. And he comes out, he goes, oh, it was just a bit of a laugh. We were just there going, oh, and all that kind of stuff, And it was just kind of like, she just grabbed my face, and it was just...
What did she say? What is that line? Oh, you keep eating prawn cocktail crisps,
and
even though I have
told you not to. That's from Thin Blue Line, that one is. It was that he was, I can't remember if he was like the French ambassador or something. It's like, you insist on eating prawn cocktail crisps even though we have told you not to.
And then she just pushed his head back.
Yeah, maybe that's what it was. Maybe that's what the argument was. He'd stunk up the plane with prawn cocktail crisps.
He came at her talking with his prawn cocktail crisp breath. And she just grabbed his face and was like, I've told you. I've told you before.
That's probably what it was.
What have I told you about?
And then he goes, oh, hi, everyone, hi. See, the press are out there now, and they're going to know. They're going to know you don't like prawn cocktail crisps. We're in Vietnam. That's all the prawn crackers everywhere. But yeah, no, so he was just like, everybody's taking the conspiracy theories. Oh, they're having a bad time in the marriage and stuff like that. It could have been anything, but it's like...
It could have been anything. I mean,
it's like,
you hope that that's not what.
And of course then
You know,
people
doesn't
start
happen
using,
normally
it was
in
a
your
moment when the
relationship."
president and his wife were unwinding one last time before the trip began, playfully teasing each other. You know, he grabbed her face and went, "Whoa, smushies!"
I mean, I guess, but I don't know, yeah. You can see it doesn't look like he's laughing, you know?
No, it looks like he's just telling her something. He's told her some news and she got annoyed about it or something.
Yeah, something.
It's like, "Oh, you've got to do this on this trip," or one. And she was like, "Oh, it's you, isn't it? You and those prawn cocktail crisps."
I don't know. Yeah, it was weird.
So everybody's going, "Oh, she's almost 25 years older than him. She's done with him now." You know? You know?
She's sick of him, yeah.
She's sick of him, yeah. Because, I mean, this follows on from, you know, because people go, "Oh, the Russian troll bots are out doing all this kind of stuff," you know, because they were on...
doing what?
Fake news. There was a viral claim that the French president was using cocaine aboard a train to Kyiv.
Oh, yes.
Alongside German Chancellor Friedrich Merz
Yeah, that was
and
weird,
UK
too.
Prime Minister Keir Starmer. The rumour, and it was traced back to Russian accounts. You know, pro-Russian accounts, anyway.
Yeah.
Falsely claimed a crumpled tissue Macron picked up was a cocaine bag.
Yeah.
And it was just like, this is a tissue for blowing your nose, you know, it's not a cocaine bag. Because he grabbed it just before, you know, the video shows, he grabbed it and put it under his thing just to take the photo with Keir Starmer and Friedrich Merz, you know.
Yeah.
It's, you know, and it was like, that's what it was. It was like, "Oh, you don't want a tissue in the shot, you know.
Yeah.
It's like, it's not a cocaine bag. It's like, they have cameras there. It's like,
I mean, there were already cameras there. Yeah,
so it's like, "Oh yeah, we're just doing a line here, guys." You know, before we hit key.
Be sure you get this.
Give me a pep talk. Yeah, you know, get up there. You know, and it's just like, "Oh yeah,
yeah, weird. I don't know.
I mean, yes. I mean, so that's kind of like, I don't know if they're targeting him.
Yeah, maybe.
You know,
maybe, but I mean the him and his wife thing, that was a real thing.
That was a real thing. I mean, it was just bickering. I mean, you know, that's what happens in marriages. It was just like, she wasn't beating him up just as the...
Well, it looked a little aggressive. I mean, we don't know.
We don't know. We can't speculate. Or would you like us to speculate?
I mean, well,
Let us know.
We have been, so...
Well, we've been speculating, yeah. I mean, prawn cocktail crisps have been brought into this speculation here.
We're going to get a cease and desist.
From Walkers over this. Another thing that happened this month is the Grand Theft Auto 6 trailer.
Oh,
the second trailer was released, yeah.
Yeah.
And you're a big Grand Theft Auto fan, aren't you?
I've never played 1 second of that game.
You've never played 1 second of it,
No,
yes.
No.
Your nephew's played more Grand Theft Auto than you have.
No, I'm playing The Witcher at the moment.
The Witcher.
Yeah.
The Witcher The Wild Hunt.
What is that, the third one?
That's the third one, yeah.
Yeah. That was my first Witcher game. I started with the third one. So
yeah.
Let me know if...
people are just screaming at you now. The whole gaming community's like, "Oh, you should have played the first two."
I quite like it. It's a lot better than... I'm comparing it to the
Elder Scrolls,
just because it's
Skyrim.
Sort of a similar-ish vibe, I guess.
I mean...
But it's a lot better.
I mean, I liked Elder Scrolls, I like Fallout, Bethesda do okay, but yeah, I mean, compared to stuff like The Witcher, Cyberpunk, and Grand Theft Auto, you know...
The story's easier to follow, for me anyway.
Yeah.
In The Witcher, I mean.
Yeah. But yeah, the Grand Theft Auto trailer was released. It's due to be released on the PS5 and Xbox Series X consoles in May 2026, so the trailer set the gaming community abuzz with anticipation, including speculation on who is playing the lead characters. And fans believe they've pinpointed Lucia's actress to this actress Manny L. Perez.
Okay.
And, you know, they identified her almost instantly.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, when, you know, you watch a trailer...
Are these people who are, like, known for video games? Or
I mean,
is this
well,
who's been in, like, movies and TV?
I don't know if she's been in anything, like, she's probably done a couple of...
name.
Yeah, I think she's done she's worked with Rockstar before on GTA Online. She played, like, a small role. And, you know, so they're going back to this interview she did with these podcasters who were asking her about Grand Theft Auto 6, and she kind of like clammed up a bit, and she said, "Oh yeah, you were on GTA Online, you were the croupier or something," and she was like, "What? No, never done that, no."
What?
And then they go, "Yeah, it says on your IMDb," and she goes, "Oh wait, oh okay, yeah." And Ned Luke, who played Michael DeSanta in Grand Theft Auto 5.
Like Wikipedia, isn't it? Like anybody who has an IMDb account
yes, they can, usually.
So you might not know, you know. So.
I mean, and to be fair to people who work for it, they've got ironclad NDAs, and they, you know, you don't know, you know, you could have, I mean, I could be called in to work on, you know, a game for Rockstar. Yeah. And I wouldn't know, you know, I'd just be saying lines or, you know, taking direction and stuff like that. I wouldn't know. They're not gonna tell me, "Oh, what you're gonna be the next protagonist in Grand Theft Auto 7."
Yeah.
And I mean, that's what Ned Luke said. He didn't know he was the protagonist in Grand Theft Auto 5 until the trailer dropped and someone called him and said, "That's your voice. That's you." You know?
Yeah.
And he was like, "Oh, I thought I was just playing some guy," you know?
Yeah.
So they may not know. And I mean, they haven't confirmed anything, but they're all like, "Oh, and more proof is because in her necklace." And you know, obviously they do motion capture and they make themselves, Rockstar make the characters look a lot like the actors playing them. You know, they just kind of like embellish them a little bit or whatever, you know. But it still looks like them. I mean, Red Dead Redemption 2, everyone looks pretty much how they look in the game, you know.
Yeah.
You know, you can tell who is who, you know. So, but, you know, everyone's like, "Oh, we think we've got it nailed down to this Maniel Perez." She hasn't confirmed anything. She's probably still under an NDA, so she can't come out and say, "Yep, guys, it's me," or whatever, you know.
The game's not coming out until next year, right?
Until next year, but people are like, "Oh, the trailer's really good." So if you're really looking forward to it, you know, you'll know. They're still unsure about Jason's actor. The leading theory is it's Jake Silberman.
I have no idea who that is.
You don't know
who
who
keep telling me these
Jake
people's
Silberman
names, and I've never heard of these people in my life.
You do know him though.
Who is it?
He played Captain Monroe in Red Dead Redemption 2.
Who's Captain Monroe?
He played Captain Monroe. He was the army officer who was helping out the natives on the reservation.
Okay, toward the end.
Yeah. You had to do a couple of missions with him, and the colonel kind of like stabbed him in the back. Not literally, but wanted to.
Yeah.
And you had to get him out of there because he was going to court-martial him. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they think it's him, you know, based on the photos and stuff like that, and you know. But again, nothing's been confirmed as of yet, so I don't know when it will be. I'm guessing a couple of months before release. It would make
sense for them to use voice actors that they've used.
Well, you know? Well, yeah. I mean, obviously, you know.
That happens in TV and film all the time.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I've worked with them on, you know, I quite liked working with them on this previous thing, so let's get them for this, you know.
Yeah. I mean, if you don't know the story of Grand Theft Auto, it started out...
It's about someone stealing a car.
I mean, that's pretty much what the original game, the very original, like, 2D universe was, you know, the top-down look things. I remember it, and they had a GTA London, and then they went into, like, the HD universe is what they call it, which is, like, the 3D games.
Yeah.
GTA 5 was huge. That was released in 2013. I mean, before that, GTA 4 was huge, but that was still, it was, you know, GTA 5 was much better looking, you know.
Yeah.
And they could put the online feature there and they made a ton of money off of that. Because everyone's, like, doing microtransactions and stuff. That's why we probably haven't had a Grand Theft Auto game in, well, what's it been now? 9, 12 years, you know?
Yeah.
Since 2013.
I'm saying, I've never had a Grand Theft Auto game.
I mean, I've got Grand Theft Auto 5. I'm trying to get you to play it. I mean, you'll probably like the story. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Because basically, it parodies the culture that we live in. I mean, I know today's like a parody itself, because a lot of people say that. It's like, oh, this is going to be so funny and so good, GTA 6, because it's going to parody the world we live in today, and people are like, what, even more than what it already
in
is?
Real life.
Well, it's going to be a normal, nice life, is it?
Yeah.
So, it's going to, GTA 5 parody, 2000s, 2010s American culture. They referenced Facebook and stuff like that, and they called it Life Invader, and all this kind of stuff, and they had the iPhones, which called iFruit. Yeah, I mean it's funny. You'll have to play it, and then we'll play GTA 6 when it comes out, because I'll probably have you play it a month before. Oh no, it's coming out on PS5 and Xbox, so yeah. Unless we get a PS5, we won't be able to play it.
We won't be among the first.
We won't be among the first, because what they usually do is they release it on the consoles first, because everyone's got a console and they play it, and then they make money off it. And then it comes out on PC a year or 2 years later.
Yeah.
Hopefully. So, yeah. But yeah. The next item.
Next item up for bid.
Billy Joel revealed on Instagram he had normal pressure hydrocephalus, which is a brain disorder that can affect brain-related abilities, including thinking and concentrating and memory and movement and more.
Huh.
As a result, he's cancelled his upcoming tour.
Okay.
And that's all that people really know, and there's been tributes pouring in, oh yes, Billy Joel. So I don't know, I mean, if he's cancelled his tour or if he's just retiring completely or what, nothing's really known as of yet. But
yeah, I mean, I don't know anything about that, if it's anything that can be treated, or if it's
I mean, I've never heard of it before.
No.
Normal pressure hydrocephalus, I mean, I don't. Yeah.
That's sad, I mean.
Yeah, I mean, yes. I mean, because I think he was already on tour.
I have no idea.
I think he's
had that residency in
Vegas.
No.
Oh, no, Vegas.
At Madison Square Garden.
That's it.
For years, I think.
Yeah.
And he ended that. And I thought he was retiring. I thought when that ended,
he was doing a farewell tour. And I mean,
like,
that's kind of like a thing they always announce, isn't it? Oh, it's the farewell tour. Elton John's farewell tour.
I don't know if it was a farewell tour. Was he doing a farewell tour?
No, I think this was just another tour. But
he ended that Madison Square Garden gig, and I thought that he was retiring after that. But no, it was just like, oh, I'm just ending. I'm just done doing this, basically.
I don't know if that kind of if they these older
my mom went to that, and I thought, oh, she's getting to see one of his final performances.
Yeah.
But then no, I was like, oh no, I'm just done with this. I'm gonna go on tour then.
I'm not sure. Maybe they're encouraged by promoters to promote this as a farewell. The older artists.
Jeez, Cher was on a farewell tour
for 25 years.
For literally a decade, and then it was just like, all right, I've got to call this something else now.
No, I think that's what it was. I mean, Sinatra did that too, didn't he?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, Sinatra's final, performance.
Yeah, I don't know.
And it's like, oh, I'm on a comeback tour, And it's just, it's more comebacks than Sinatra,
Yeah.
No, I think that's what it is. Because they think, oh yeah, farewell tour, everyone's going to sign up and, buy tickets for this because they think this is the last one.
Yeah.
So we're going to make some more money.
Yeah.
And then they're just like, well, it's actually not my farewell tour. I'm planning to do one next year. And they're like, yeah, that'll be another farewell tour.
Or maybe these artists think they want to finish.
They think they want to finish, but then they're like, oh, I could do this again.
And then they do it, and they get on this tour. And
they see how much money they've made, and they're like, well, yeah, okay, maybe I'll do this again next year.
I mean, maybe not even the money, because some of these people like Cher and Billy Joel and stuff is how much money do they need at this point?
Well, yeah,
they're older and. They've been around a long time and people are still coming to see them. But it's probably, I could imagine, they get out there and they see that they've sold out everywhere.
And they're just kind of like, oh, I've got to do this again. It's
people
a rush, you know.
Well, people still want to come see me, so what am I farewelling? You know what I mean? Like,
well, I mean, Paul McCartney's never, ever going to announce a farewell tour. He's never going to announce.
I don't think so.
I don't think he's going to come out and say.
I also don't want to see him like just drop dead on the stage.
Well, no, that's not going to happen. No, hopefully not.
Hopefully, his kids are gonna be more like,
okay,
Dad.
Let's just keep it to recording in the studio.
Yeah, but if I don't know. I cannot see how he would stop. He's like such a workaholic.
Well, I mean, touring and stuff, I have a feeling he's kind of thinking, oh, I've got a responsibility to my crew, you know.
I'd like to see him just like do some of these smaller gigs now. I mean, I know he can still fill arenas and stuff, and there's a lot of people who want to see him, but I think he enjoys the more intimate things, and definitely people would like, oh wow, you know. I don't know.
I mean,
I've seen like recently, what was it, around Coachella? Around Coachella time, Ed Sheeran was doing, I'm not comparing Ed Sheeran to Paul McCartney, but Ed Sheeran was doing like little pubs. He was just popping up in pubs. I don't think there was nothing announced, and he would have somebody with him, like Khan or
he recently did that kind of promotion for his album on a bus, didn't he? He was like playing live on a bus.
And the popping up in the pubs was probably part of that promotion, obviously, you know. But I've also seen All American Rejects have been showing up to house parties. Have you seen any videos from
No, I haven't.
That is so fun. I don't know how many they've done, but at least a couple different ones, I think. And they're just like playing in the backyard, and it's just like a party, and they're just showing up, set up, and play,
and do these people like?
Did they know they were coming?
Did they know they're coming, or know who they are even, or?
Yeah, I don't know, because the kids
it's
are
like a bunch
college,
of college kids are like,
kids.
Oh yeah, this band, yeah, it's just cool, and they just want to say, that's Green Day.
They must recognize the songs, you know. But I saw everybody in the comments is like, oh, this is the house party that the 1990s always promised me.
Yes.
You know, this is a high school house party that the 1990s always... Because, when you think about it, there always was, like, a band at the party. And it's just like, that never happened. And then you go to parties in high school.
Red Solo cups everywhere.
Well, I mean, that part is real, but...
Is it?
But
I thought Red Solo cups was something they invented for the movies.
I never went to one party where there was, like, a band playing. You know what I mean? Like... And everybody's just like, yeah, but yeah, it would be fun. And Paul has done that.
Shown up at people's houses and stuff. I've got a guitar
here. No, he
here.
hasn't done that. We should have a party and invite him.
Invite him to come play in in our backyard. Yeah. You'd have a job navigating it.
No, he played somewhere small, not that long ago. I think that could have been one of your news stories for this month, because I think it was this month.
Was it?
In New York City?
Oh, no, that was a few months ago, I think.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I thought it was fairly recent. But anyway, what was it, the Bowery or something?
The Bowery or something, yeah. He did like a secret. He likes to do those things where it's a secret venue. I mean, it's kind of venue.
Because otherwise...
And then it's like, okay, we announce it, and then first come, first serve, 100 tickets.
Yeah.
And then it's done, you know, you can't come in.
Yeah.
So you get to see him, you know. I think he likes to do that before he goes on tour, though. It's like, oh, it's a warm-up gig, you know.
Yeah.
Just to kind of like...
But it's so much... I mean, it's cheaper for these artists to do this kind of thing because they don't have big like stages and everything to set up,
that's what I think about Paul. It's like, oh, I've got a responsibility to these people. I know the people who set up my stages and my tour manager is, you know, and the road crew and everything like that. I know every one of the guys. You know.
God, speaking of, while we're on the topic of concerts and music artists and stuff. Not to get political.
Let's get political.
Did you see
political.
That? You know, Bruce Springsteen was talking
Oh
about...
yes, that was this
That's
month.
not one of your stories,
It's
is it?
not, no, and I didn't see that anywhere. I thought that was maybe last month, but yeah.
Was talking about... Where was he? In the UK?
He was in London.
And he was talking about what's going on over here, and he was just bad-mouthing it, basically, because, I mean, it's terrible what's happening
Yeah,
in this
no,
country.
him, Neil Young and Taylor Swift.
But on the Donald Trump on his Truth Social...
Had a meltdown.
No, he posted a video of, and I mean, as if he made the video, where he's the video of him like on the golf course, and he swings the golf club, he hits the ball, and then it cuts to this clip of Bruce Springsteen like tripping and falling on the stage, you know.
Yeah.
But all of a sudden, a golf ball flies into the picture and hits him, and that's what knocked him over. It's just like, oh my god, this is the President of the United States posting this kind of thing.
Yes. And it's like everybody knows how good he is at golf, too.
It's just like, oh my god, it's just infuriating, but anyway. Infuriating / embarrassing.
Embarrassing.
Yes. Anyway.
Speaking of embarrassing,
okay.
Eurovision 2025.
Oh god.
That was this month. It was held in Basel in Switzerland. They won last year.
Okay.
You remember, don't you?
I remember. Yeah, I was there.
Love Eurovision. Eurovision head.
We watched it once. We've watched it once in all the years you've lived here.
Well, I've watched it. I haven't been subjected to it, but I've seen it plenty of times in my life. Because I grew up in a country where it aired all the time.
Yeah, but to be honest, I do not understand the hype and
it's
the
a political thing, mostly, I think.
A political thing?
Yeah, it's turned into a political thing anyway.
Okay, I don't know what.
Voting, which country is the greatest, and then,
Okay.
I think, people, there's conspiracy theorists.
Isn't there a thing like America wanted in on it, and it's like...
America wanted...
Eurovision.
Because it makes... Well, Australia compete now.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
So America could, but it's just kind of like, but it's a case of like, no, this is, we're not going to win. We're at risk of becoming nil point,
Yeah.
Which in the
brings you back to the original news story you were going to talk about.
Austria won, and it was represented by the artist JJ in the song Wasted Love, and they won with 436 points.
Okay.
Which was 258 from the jury, which I think the jury's made up of all the countries that participate and whatever. And then, of course, the wider televoting, which is the public vote.
Yeah.
Which they had 178 there. The UK came 19th with a total of 88 points.
Okay.
And that was 88 purely from the jury, and then 0 from televoting.
I was going to say, I thought they had 0 points.
It's like, how many did the United Kingdom? Oh no. Oh no. It's just like, yes.
Because
no.
Who votes? Like the public?
The public. The
so
European
it's sort of
public,
like Dancing with the Stars or American Idol or whatever, like you phone in or something.
I think Italy gave
the
UK 12 points, which is the highest you can give.
Oh yeah.
Each country or each member or
So
whatever.
no one even in the UK voted for the UK?
Remember Monday performed the song What the Hell Just Happened, and what the hell just happened. They competed on The Voice UK,
Oh no, that's terrible.
Because it's been going since 1956.
Yeah.
And they've had some...
I didn't know it was going
They used to try, in the 60s, they used to try and get the Beatles to perform.
Eurovision?
Yes. I think it was either Paul or John or someone said, they were always asking us to submit a song and perform for Eurovision, but then they were like, no, they're going to win. It's like, that's they're a popular artist. So Cliff Richard was popular. He performed.
Okay.
But he wasn't that popular that, it was going to be an outright win. I don't think he actually won.
Oh, yeah.
Ever.
Huh.
But yes, the UK, 88 points. it's just so old hat now, really. People think it's political because, the countries are voting for each other. Israel won the televoting vote.
Okay.
And everybody was like, that's a bit strange.
Yeah.
Considering
Yeah.
they didn't win the jury vote or anything.
Yeah.
So it's like, everybody was like, oh yeah, they shouldn't have been allowed to participate because of Gaza and Palestine and all that, so there you go, it's political. Some countries get disqualified automatically from competing
because of things that are going on,
like conflicts and stuff like that. So,
I mean,
but Israel were allowed to, because I think lastly Russia was stopped from competing, because of Ukraine and stuff. If you're an aggressor in war,
Well, yeah.
So like
the least you can do is not perform in
Yes,
Eurovision.
you can't submit an entry to Eurovision and expect to be thing. But other news: Pedro Pascal.
Okay.
He was captured on camera at the London premiere of Ana de Armas's film Ballerina.
Okay.
This was a terrible thing.
He was
You
captured
didn't hear
on
about
camera.
this?
What?
He called himself a bougie bitch.
Okay.
Hell no. I am a lazy 50-year-old bougie bitch. What, you don't want to go and get my...
I saw this on Pop Culture Chat. It popped up a couple of days ago, I guess, when the premiere happened. These two fans were filming from their seats at the Cineworld in Leicester Square as Pedro and a friend ascended the stairs to their seats.
Yeah.
And they captured him stopping and turning to the friend, and he was like, hell no, I am a lazy 50-year-old bougie bitch. And then we were continuing on, I don't know what it was in the middle of a conversation or something. His friend was behind him saying something, but we didn't see that part. We just saw him coming up. Because, they were sitting in the thing like that, just kind of filming these two guys.
Yeah, God.
And so he's coming up, and I was just like, hell no. And then he stops and he turns to the guy and he goes, I am a lazy 50-year-old bougie bitch. And then he just kept wandering off. He wasn't doing it for the camera or anything. He wasn't like being like nasty to the friend, because the friend was just like, oh well, we'll just do.
Yeah. He just didn't want to do whatever.
Yeah, he didn't want to, get on the tube or whatever it was. He was, go walk somewhere else, So why do we get seats up here? Hell no.
I mean, it's funny, but at the same time, I do get so tired of seeing people, like, secretly filming other people.
I mean, say they were secretly filming, they kind of weren't, really, but they were in the cinema. They shouldn't have had their phones out. No phones.
I don't know. I just see people putting up videos of, some guy on a cruise ship they're playing music and everybody's dancing and he's just living his best life dancing.
Yeah.
And they put up a video of him and it's just like...
And they're like, oh, he's living his best life dancing.
Yeah,
or they'll make a conspiracy theory about, how Bridget Macron was slapping him.
Leave him alone.
Leave him alone.
It's like he's not a public person.
Yeah.
He's just like enjoying himself.
Yeah.
Why he's not there for your amusement. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
Or for you to get views with. I get really tired of that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'll get off my pedestal now.
I mean, if I was to see Paul McCartney, right, and I know people are going to go, oh, shut up, you would.
Yeah.
The last thing I'd think of was pulling my phone out to film him.
Yeah, except we did when he pulled in at the Irwin Center.
But that was when he was pulling in at the Irwin Center. That was like that was kind of
like
a public appearance.
event.
If I was on the tube or if I saw him coming up the stairs at Cineworld, the last thing I go, oh yeah, you know, I just go, I give him a wave and that was it. And because I know him, he's kind of gone, oh, I hate that when they take photos of me.
Yeah,
it's like. Don't take a photo of me.
He doesn't even like to.
We'll have a chat.
He doesn't even like to take pictures with fans.
No, because he says he was walking one day, and this fan was walking towards him with his phone and in his head, and he looked up, and then he clocked him.
Yeah.
And was like, oh, and then he turned around and was like, oh, take a selfie with him from afar, and Paul stopped. And he took the photo and he walked off. And then Paul was like, oh, I don't usually do that.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Because he has gotten annoyed with them a couple of times, you know, gone, oh, no photos, you know, go away, you know.
Yeah, no, you can't.
Well,
I've seen
just
him
want
say,
a photo.
I've seen him say, no, you can't have a photo, but let's have a chat.
Let's have a chat. Yeah, I mean, I'd love to have a chat with you.
Yes.
It's better than a photo.
Give me a hug.
It's something that's in my memory forever.
Yeah, but people don't care about that. They want something they you know.
Maybe after the chat, you might go, yeah, go on then. Let's have a photo together.
Pics or it never happened. You know.
I don't care. I don't need people's clout.
But
you know, I don't need
people do.
Yes, people do, unfortunately. Yeah. And that's what GTA 6 is going to parody next year. Okay. Quiz time now.
All right, if you want to play along,
yes.
I'll try to delay answering.
To
give you a chance to try to answer also. And then let us know how you did at the end.
Yeah, let us know how you did. Come back to us with your answers and say, or get annoyed and say that wasn't the right answer or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
That wasn't the right question.
Because it's possible, because he made these questions up
himself. I made the questions up. I did my due diligence.
All right, let's have it.
Question number 1. Which member of One Direction recently followed his former bandmate Louis Tomlinson on Instagram, leading to speculation of a reunion?
Oh, I do not know this.
You better know it.
I haven't seen this story, and I don't keep up with them. But
I'll give you.
Well, no, I don't need a hint.
No, I've got 3.
No, I don't.
Multi.
I don't.
Multi things.
I don't want them.
Multiple choice.
I am going to guess because I know a little bit about, like, I guess.
Have you been on 2014 TikTok?
What do you call it? Feud? They're like feud.
Oh, there's been a feud?
Or that they don't get along or whatever. But I think when the one guy died, yeah, Liam Payne, and they all went to the funeral, I think. So
well, yes, I mean it would have been terrible if they didn't.
Bury the hatchet. So I am going to guess. Go ahead and give the answers. The multiple choice. The
multiple choices: A. Harry Styles.
Okay.
B. Zayn Malik.
Okay.
C. Niall Horan.
Okay. And my answer is Zayn.
Correct.
Ah. Yeah.
Zayn Malik followed him on Instagram. Everybody's like, "Oh, it's going to be a reunion. Oh, it's going to be something big now." Well, 2014 me is loving it.
There was something about, like, one or the other of them said something about the other one on, like, a radio interview or something, and then the other one said
Zayn has kind of like, he left the band, I think.
Somebody had a story that they got in a fist fight at one point during, when they were a band or something. Yeah. So, yeah.
Zayn was very kind of, like, confrontational and, antagonistic.
Yeah.
Question number 2 now.
Okay.
Which singer and Barney and Friends actress recently got married to Jordan Jutes Lutz? I think I'm saying that right, Jutes.
Jordan Jutes Lutz?
Jutes is stage name.
Oh.
Jordan Lutz. I think it's
Barney actress?
Barney and Friends actress, yeah. Do you want the
I'm
multiple
going
choice?
To definitely need multiple choice.
Is it A, Demi Lovato?
Okay.
Is it B, Selena Gomez?
What?
Or is it C, Danielle Vega?
Oh. I don't think that... I think Demi and Selena were both Disney people, weren't they? And who's the third one?
Danielle Vega.
Danielle Vega?
Yeah.
I seem to think that I know her last name from, like... Does she dance or something? And she was on... She's in a lot of those Hallmark Christmas movies or something. Her name is familiar for some reason.
Danielle Vega?
Yeah, I'm going to go with her.
You're going to go C, Danielle Vega?
Yeah, I think so. Oh no, who is it?
You are wrong.
Who was on Barney?
Demi Lovato.
Oh, was she?
Yeah.
Wow.
She got married in California.
Oh, that's
this
funny.
month.
I didn't know that.
And also Selena Gomez was on Barney too.
Are you kidding?
I'm not kidding.
Oh, wow.
When I looked it up, because I was like, oh,
I thought they were
how did
Disney
Demi
girls.
Lovato get famous?
Yeah.
And she was in Camp Rock or something. You know, Demi Lovato, that was her big breakout
That's a
role.
Disney thing, isn't it?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, so they are Disney people.
But before that, she was on Barney and Friends, and she was on the
That's
seasons
so funny.
before, I think either the season before Selena was on it, or the season after, I'm not sure.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, you know.
So she wasn't a long time
I
Barney.
love you, you love me.
Yeah. Huh. Interesting.
And Danielle Vega, she was on Barney and Friends too. She was.
Oh, was she?
Yeah. So yeah, they were all Barney and Friends actresses, and you got it wrong. Question number 3. Which former Love Island contestant was photographed kissing Jojo Siwa in London recently?
Oh, God, I don't know. Oh, wait. I did see this story.
Oh, you did see this story, didn't you? It's like, have I got news for you, this, isn't it?
I did see this story. I saw somebody made a video talking about it, and I had no idea what they were talking about.
What are you talking about?
But tell me their... give me the
Multiple choice?
Yeah.
Was it A, Danny Dyer,
Okay.
B, Chris Hughes,
Okay.
or C, Zara McDermott?
Okay. I don't... We haven't ever seen Love Island. We started an episode
I don't have
once, didn't
time to watch 50 goddamn episodes of Love Island, Ariana.
Well, no, I don't have time to watch 50 goddamn episodes of Love Island.
Well, funnily enough, right, Tom Sandoval was carried by Jojo Siwa in the SAS thing, you know.
Yeah, we never watched that either.
Special, SAS Rogue Heroes.
Yeah.
Wasn't it? Rogue Heroes.
Rogue Heroes.
No, I think that's something else, actually, but we know Tom Sandoval's a rogue hero.
SAS Rogue Heroes, is that the thing with Sam Hewen?
It might have been, yeah. Or is it a game? I can't remember.
It's that Chris person.
Chris Hughes, B?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. It was Chris Hughes.
I have no idea who
he
that
was
is.
Third place on Love Island in
Okay.
season 3, the UK version.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Danny Dyer, I think.
Oh, so
won
he's
it.
British.
Yeah. Yeah. Because the whole thing was Jojo Siwa recently was in the Celebrity Big Brother in the UK.
Oh, so maybe they met in that?
Yeah, that's how they
Okay.
met. And she was she was in a relationship with a woman,
Yeah.
and she promptly dumped her.
Oh.
And everybody's like, oh, it's just platonic, It's rumoured.
Yeah.
It's a rumoured relationship, this, with Chris Hughes, but, you know, they were kissing and hugging in Heathrow Airport, you know, recently, so everybody's like, they're going out, they're dating, that's what's happening, you know. Interesting, yeah. Oh, and funnily enough, we're talking about Louis Tomlinson. I think Zara McDermott's dating him.
Oh,
now.
yeah.
She split up from Sam.
Yeah.
Everybody was like, oh, she split up from Sam, oh, and everybody was like, yeah, we saw that one coming.
Yeah.
It's all about clout these days. Number 4. Question 4. Which Colombian performer fell on stage in Canada during a performance recently but styled it out?
It wasn't Bruce Springsteen who had got knocked out in the head by a
Golf ball. By an AI golf ball. By a fake news golf
Which
ball.
Colombian performer? Read it again.
Yeah. Which Colombian performer fell on stage in Canada during a performance recently but styled it out?
Do
you want me to
the
give...
The only Colombian performer I can think of that I know, anyway, because I'm sure there are plenty.
Do you want to...
Yeah, sure.
A. Shakira.
Okay.
B. Sofia Vergara.
Okay.
Or C. Fannie Lou.
Okay. I do not know who Fannie Lou is.
She's a Colombian performer.
Is Sofia Vergara Colombian?
Yeah, Colombia. She's Colombian-American, you know.
Is she?
Yeah. I'm not sure. I think Shakira might be Colombian-American now, too.
Oh, I don't know.
Colombian-US.
If
you want to be pedantic about it.
I was going to guess Shakira.
You're going with Shakira?
Yeah, because Sofia Vergara doesn't perform on stage that I know
You
of.
don't know.
And
you haven't seen her on a Saturday night?
It's very possible it's the other person, but I don't know that person, so I'm going with Shakira.
You don't know Fannie Lou?
No?
Fannie Lou was like the greatest Colombian performer, bigger than Shakira.
Well, there you go. I don't know.
She'd appreciate that. It was Shakira.
Okay.
She was doing Whenever, Wherever, and she slipped and fell.
No.
But styled it out, was like, well, you know, and got back up, recovered instantly, because people were like, oh, you know, if I felt like that, my hips would, you know, I'd need to have a hip replacement. Hips don't lie. Question 5.
Okay.
How many times has the UK won the Eurovision Song Contest?
Oh, God.
Is it A, none,
Okay. B,
3 times,
okay.
or C, 5 times?
I really have absolutely no idea.
You're not a Eurovision fan, are you?
No, not really. I want to say none, but I think I'll go with at least 3, possibly.
You want to say none?
I want to say none. I'm going to go with 3.
3 times?
Yeah.
I'm afraid it was 5 times.
Really?
Yeah, I was surprised by that too.
Look at them. Look at the UK go.
The first time was in 1967. I think it was Sandy Shaw's Puppet on a String won that year.
Okay.
69, Lulu with Boom Bang a Bang.
Oh, yeah.
76, Save Your Kisses for Me. I can't remember who performed that one. You do. Save your kisses for me.
No.
Save your. Bye-bye, baby, bye-bye.
Oh.
Is
that the...
That's the Save Your Kisses for Me, yeah.
I don't know. Maybe.
Bucks Fizz won it in 1981 with...
I was thinking about that, where they take their clothes off.
That's what won it for them. They took their clothes off.
It probably is.
Making your mind up, it's caused a stir because the boys ripped the girls' skirts off.
Yeah.
And of course they were wearing like one pieces or whatever, you know, singlets or whatever you call them now.
Bathing suits.
They were in bathing suits, yeah. So, but everybody was like, oh, they ripped the skirts, oh, you know. And the last one was 1997, Katrina and the Waves, Love, Shine a Light. It's like, I don't remember that. I mean, I don't remember, you know, maybe.
No idea.
You know, because 1997 was a pretty good year for Britain.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, I mean, the 60s also.
Like... 67, yeah. Well, yeah. Puppet on a String. It was on the kitchen playlist last night. You were literally bopping your head to it.
Kitchen playlist.
Yes. Lulu's Boom Bang a Bang. I've never heard it. Oh, maybe I have actually. But
the 60s again was pretty dominated by
and it's
British,
you know, must wind Cliff up that he's never won, you know, because I think he had Congratulations, I think, in 1968. Congratulations, and that's it for the quiz. Yes, congratulations, you got none of them right.
I think you
got
one.
How
many?
3,
got 1?
2.
Oh. No, I got more than that.
You got
dare you.
Zayn right.
Yes.
You got Chris Hughes right, and you got Shakira right.
Okay. So I got 3 out of 5.
3 out of 5.
Alright, well.
It's a passing grade, I suppose.
Yes. Let us know how you did if you played along. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Thank you, as always, for tuning in. We really appreciate your support. Be sure to give us a follow on social media. You can let us know on social media if you got these right.
Yeah, let us know on social media. DM us. Comment on one of our reels.
Yeah. We are at T-Butty, TeaButty across all socials. Shout out to our patrons for their continued support. We really appreciate you guys, and we'll talk to everybody next time.
Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.